So essentially this is my dad's camera, and what has happened with it is that I was struggling to get certain features going on the camera in order to do the vlogging, because everybody was bragging that Nikon is such an amazing brand and you just haven't figured it out. Well, after like 6 or 8 videos on YouTube, I finally figured out what the problem was, and essentially it was autofocus feature that wasn't setting in because the lens was set up to a manual transition. So we've now got that covered, and that means that the quality and the content of the vlogs is gonna be better. And then if you can see, this is my in-laws house. Daddy, mommy, that's supposed to be my wife. It would be applicable that she has a phone and a handbag. All she needs are shopping bags for this to work perfectly, you know. And then baby sis with only one dog. Should be two. Introduction to my baby sister. There you go. Now you can see what she looks like. Come on, you big reveal, you. Madam, best, is she best lady? Officer of the best street. Or is that GA? Okay. Just checking. Yes. So this wonderful little yard is where we used to play soccer together. And this is literally all our gate entrances and stuff. We have like our Easter egg hunts and stuff here, so really cool. And just a lot of nostalgia. We used to try to kick these windows in, but our grandfather wouldn't let us. Huh? That's joy? Oh, good. You got time to sit. I gave you enough time. Okay, boy. So we're failing horribly at the moment. I don't know what's up with this invite crew, but they can't even get invites out. So we've hit 2 family members so far. Nobody home on a Saturday. So apparently it's only my family that never goes out. My parents. But yeah, everybody else is out so far. So this has been fun. So bye everybody. Bye. We literally did 3 invites today. Why are you whispering? Bye. We literally did 3 invites today. There's like 85 plus guests, and oh, it's so tedious. Okay, so this one goes out as an apology letter to friends of past. And this is for a specific friend, so if you ever watch this, you'll know exactly who you are. My man, I just need to drop down that apology. If I look back at where I am now and where I was back then, I let a girl get in the way of our friendship, and I think a big part of me needs to apologize for that, because I didn't quite understand your worth in my life, but then again I was too selfish too as well. I thought a lot of it was all about me, and it kept being all about me for a very, very long time. And I just think that if I look back at it now, I missed out on so many opportunities that I could have had with you if I'd taken my head out of my own ass. So yeah, it's not easy to come to terms with story time like this, but let's give you guys some context. And essentially what had happened is, this is my best friend from university. I used to spend weekends at his place. He used to spend weekends at mine, and he used to work in a library, not a library, a IT department, and he was a really good homeboy. The problem with it is that he was also friends with my girl at the time, and the girl at the time and I didn't get along too well in terms of a breakup that went south, and shit just popped off. So with that, I expected my guy friends to choose sides. In retrospect, I can't blame them for the sides that they chose, because they knew her longer. But the problem I had with it is that I felt like he did it in not the best and honorable way. And if I look back at it from his perspective, I'm pretty sure he was just thinking about it logically, like he always was thinking about things logically back then. And he essentially considered being friends to both of us and doing it the right way, and that's what he did. He kept hanging out with her, he kept taking her out for clubs and parties and friend requests, and they did stuff together, and she made that effort. Me, on the other hand, I decided that it was probably better to cut ties with that and figure out what it is that I wanted with my life. And because I was cutting ties with that whole aspect on that field, I lost contact with him. In retrospect, it was really a dick move, and I'm okay with making that dick move now, because I guess in appreciation of all my friends I've met along the way now, they've strived through it in order to be there for me, and I've strived through it in order to be there for them. And I guess my friendship circle is tighter now, but it's also with that heavy lesson that is left in me. So I also just want to say thank you for that, but I really do appreciate that part. Okay, so let's give you a reason of why I told you that story, just so that we can have some context for this evening and what it means for my life now. Friends often do what they think is best in order to be part of your life. And the problem with it is when you create expectations on said friends, or that sense of entitlement that you deserve that friend because you've done well up until now, that's not how real friendship works. Real friendship is essentially you actively do without wanting rewards or benefits to it. You do it because you care, and you make that effort because you can make that effort with the intent of making that person's life better and your own. I lie. With the intent of making that person's life better, and because you make that person's life better, in turn yours happens to be better as well. So it's just, I do need to tie that apology up. I'm not going to be dropping any names on that from my side, but it is something that you guys do need to consider when you're looking at this. When I started this vlog originally, I was looking at not so much social advice like this. I was thinking of what is it that I would want to see from someone that is potentially going through what I've currently gone through up until this point, and what I will be going through to now. And yeah, it's this is my attempt at bringing that to you. Hopefully, one of you guys reach, or hopefully, some of you guys can relate to it. And if you do, I'll see you back soon.